Hello. It's Tuesday night. Hi, Kepler. Welcome, Kepler. Nope, not that one. This one, there's Kepler. Kepo, come here. You just dancing around, aren't you? Walk right in front of the camera. You see how long this cat's tail is? It's just so long. How is everyone tonight? Kepi wants his nails painted. Kepi doesn't like his nails trimmed. So, I don't think he'd let me do that. I think, one of us would end up bleeding and it would probably be me. Could you get me, some water?
Drink?
Yes, water? Drink water. I have a thing. The glass cup is mine, I think. Thank you. I'm gonna be painting my nails. I just took off my polish on Saturday and I filed one of them. So, sorry, ice just went all over the floor. And they're slightly stained from what I had on before, which was red and white. So I do want to have something on them. And I didn't manage to finish trimming my right hand or like filing it down. And I didn't do anything with my cuticles. This is just kind of like, I need to do something. So this is what we're doing. But that's okay. It's not always going to be perfect. Sometimes you just got to do something for you. And that's what I'm doing today. I'm good. Thank you. Show them how close. Look how close we can get. There's a new camera lens. Steven is very excited about a new camera lens.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. Here's the thing. New camera lens is like yay big. Super tiny. So I need to be very careful. So as I figure this out, I apologize in advance if I'm missing exactly where that is. So I'm just gonna start by throwing a base coat on here and then we'll read alerts because this will need to dry. We'll also talk about what I'm going to do on my nails after I get through alerts. But for now, I am just putting on a base coat. Steven, we can't talk about cameras here. He can talk about cameras on Thursday breakfast stream. So this is the same base coat I've used before. This is, what is this? This is Nail Aid Sapphire. And I started using this after I did acrylics like over a year ago. Or not acrylics, gel. I had a Salon Du gel. And my nails were super weak after, and I've been using this ever since. And I don't know if this is the reason they're better now or not, but I've liked this base coat, so I do it. Mel needs a box drawn on the cardboard. You see this dot? This is my dot of where focus is. I need to try and put my finger there when I do polish. Now I'm gonna do my left hand, and I'm obviously not as good with that. So that one may not end up on spot as much as my other hand. And you can see these nails are way longer than my other nails. Oops. I tried to get them done. I was busy. I was working on something else, which we'll talk about later. Yeah, thumb is not going to sit there. That's too much twisting. We're going to do that in the air. Wonderful. You were busy winning Mario Kart. It's fine. I was busy winning Mario Kart. All right. We did not put the buttons. I need the keyboard on. We have a 10-month resub from a Lost Vagabond. Thank you. Where is the mouse? There is the mouse. We'll switch to this so you don't have like tiny, my hands moving everywhere. A 9-month resub from Darkness Bride, 8 months from K Crinion, 10 months from Boop Snoop. I'm also just still blown away we're at 10 months already. This year has flown by. We have a 10-month resub from Kaylin Lux. Lasalichai says, I have so many cups because of Mouse Sweep. Thanks. You're welcome. I was a little worried at the beginning of battle mode today. Little worried. We have a 10-month resub from Sakura Celica and 10 months from Dark Overlord, 9 months from Mataruski, 3 months from Eliasan89, 4 months from Elsimi82. MCL Blue says, only a little. Maybe. Internally, more than a little. We have a 9-month resub from Lunar Pearl, 4 months from Nintendo Nitwit, 10 months from Gold Mage, 9 months from Mickey3435, 10 months from Midi Knight, and 10 months from Storms002. Thank you all for the resubs. Oh, Nitwit, you have so many little cups. I'm sorry. So I'm just getting these ready. Chaz? Chaz is like, hey. Hi, Chaz. But yeah, Steven had me bring down my painter's tape, and I was going to paint or put a little box of where I need to have my marker, but I thought green painter's tape would be distracting, so I just stabbed the cardboard. I thought that was a good solution. Hi, sweet kitty. What's up? Hi, you dancing around? Go find Steven. Sapphire Rebecca says, I need to transfer my points here to Steven's channel. I wish they were interchangeable. Like if I agreed, like, okay, these channels, they're interchangeable. So I'm gonna do one of my favorite manicures today, which is like a slightly space looking theme. I mean, it's not perfect. I have an idea of doing like a full galaxy style on my nails at some point, but that's not tonight. There's been too much going on. So I'm just going to do black with Scattered Hot Taco, because that makes me happy. So this is 1 coat black. Oh, those are still, no, that's dry. My hand was just wet from the cup. Is this called 1 coat black? It is called 1 coat black. And as a teenager, I really wanted to paint my nails black, but I never bought any black nail polish, and I don't think my mom would have been thrilled. At least when I was a teenager. Also, I worked food service and we weren't allowed to have nail polish on. So that was the other thing. And I was working so often that it was not worth it to put polish on and then immediately have to take it off. Like maybe for prom, right? But otherwise it was just so not worth it. And we were never required to do anything specific for dance. My dance studio was a little lax. We weren't like one of the big ballet schools in the area. We were just kind of more of a hobby studio, but we still went to competitions and stuff. XD Symphony says, I cook for a living, so I can't really nail polish. Yeah, I'm only cooking for people that I know. I'm not cooking for a restaurant. But I do love this black polish. Like, it's so satisfying to put on because it's just so opaque. Look at that. Done. Oh, thank you, Chaz. The fruit punch painting that I worked on a few weeks ago, that is up for auction on eBay, and then I also put it on Redbubble for merch. So if you are interested in picking up eBay or any of the merch, I can't twist my thumb, that's too hard. Check that out. XD Symphony, it really is 1 coat black, yeah. Which means there's less coats to do, so it goes faster. And my thumbnails are so long, this takes forever to fill. There we go. One hand. just gonna let this sit for a few minutes because I put a lot on my thumbnail. Alien Soup says your nails are such a pretty shape. Envy. Thank you. I've worked really hard at it. I used to really pick at my cuticles and I still struggle sometimes. Like you can see a little bit here. Like this is healing. Like this isn't fresh, but I did it the other day and I was mad at myself. I think I worked really hard at it right before I had endosurgery, like to not mess with them. And then I've sort of broken that habit a little bit, but I do still do it occasionally as a bad habit. But once I got them this length and things started to look good, as long as I don't mess with them and put polish on them, I don't mess with them as much. So it's been a process. It is something I definitely struggled with for a long time. And it's harder for me in the winter because my skin gets so dry. Like our house is so dry right now, the tops of my knuckles are like cracking. It's not fun. Midnight Lunacy says, one of my favorite things is looking at the eBay shots. The close-up shows so much detail. Yeah, the paintings, like they look better in person. And it's not something, you know, you get to experience as much watching the video, but they do look a lot different in person. And it's always better. Oh my god, I am doing terrible with this hand. Let's fix this. I'm not getting a good line. Okay, that's better. I didn't flood the cuticle totally. Solid Chai says, my problem is I pick a little bit, get annoyed at the skin sticking out, and then pick that off. Yes, they need to be all the same. It's definitely something that was definitely something I struggled with. We have a 10-month resub from Rowlet Hoot and 6 months from Angeman85. Thank you both. There's still a little bit of red from the candy cane nails. I mean, I feel like my nails are stained from the red, but I can see a little bit like on the cuticles still. I took off what I could on Saturday, but I don't know. It was difficult. Getting there. Rosie Franklin says, good thing black will hide all that. That's exactly what I'm thinking. We have a 10-month resub from Leafly. Thank you. I'm just going to have to go back to my old standby of how to paint my non-dominant hand. Of setting the brush down and then moving my finger. Kiva says, I'm here, just multitasking. Oh, is that one coat black? You know it. Such a good polish. Alright, just have to do my thumb. Could have done a little bit better on that. It's still wet. Let's fix it. Better. Kita says, I took my Christmas polish off yesterday, but only because I wanted to trim my nails and because I'm sick with some kind of cold. Yeah, I took mine off on Saturday because it was just starting to get chipped, and I was like, it's time. Time to do another one. Thumb on my opposite hand is just the worst to do correctly. They're so shiny when they're wet. Anyway, we're done with black because it's one coat. It's perfect. Look at that. Look how opaque that is. It's not the cleanest polish, like putting it on. That's my skill level coming into play there. We have a 9-month resub from Luna's book. Thank you. Oh, Jade, you got a blanket? That's awesome. Glad you like it. Rosie says, when someone asks me if I painted my nails, I only show them my non-dominant hand. Yeah, that one looks a lot better. Jade says, one coat, that's impressive. It's a great polish. It's called One Coat Black. Where is it? I should know where the marker is. I put the marker on the cardboard. It's great. See? One Coat Black. Where's the focus? There's the focus, kinda. And we're gonna put a scattered hollow taco on it. So it's just kind of, the rainbow probably doesn't show up as much on camera as it does for me, and it shows up best in sunlight. So this is like very, very transparent. It's just gonna do a little sparkle on top. It'll look a little bit like stars. But we need to let the black dry first. We have a 10-month resub from Elfie Goldfish. Thank you. Aqua Brandy says, I have a bunch of breaks right now, but my picture hand is my dominant hand, which means I paint well with my non-dominant hand. That's interesting. I have a crack on, I think this index finger here, like right where the free edge is, but it's not broken. You can just see it when I didn't have any polish on. So I'm just letting this dry. So yeah, if you're just coming in, we're doing nails tonight because I have a lot going on this week. Today is a 4-stream day. Well, 3 for me because I'm not part of Disc Only. Steven is Disc Only tonight after this. But I'm actually headed out of town tomorrow, so I was like, I should get my stream so I don't have to think about it this weekend. And I wasn't really in the mood to do much else, so I was like, let's do nails again. It's chill, fun nail time. Glad you're doing better, Nintendo Nitwit. Once you start to like get into that, like, oh, I'm starting to feel better, that's always a nice reprieve from being sick. Paint Tripper says, are you excited to start Moon Mail? I'm very much excited to start Moon. I played it once and it was very difficult because I thought I could probably play this without a guide. And I couldn't. I did a little bit and figured out like the mechanic of the game because I knew nothing going into it. I knew it was by some of the same people who went on to do Tulip, and that was like all I knew. And I was like, okay, I got this. And it took a long time for me to figure out the mechanic on my own. And then once I did, it was still difficult. And I ended up finding guides, and some of them were from what before it got translated, and some of them were for after, and some of them had misinformation on them. So that is stuff we can talk about during the stream when we start playing. Elsimi says, I received 2-year artwork as art boards for Christmas, Bear Lights and Nightfall. Any advice on how to display them? Did it come with anything? Sometimes they come with things. Like the wood print I got came with command strips. XT Symphony says, don't have another frog incident. There's tadpoles. Gintrum says, I love it when guides are wrong, and then other guides take information from the guides that are wrong. Or the game didn't get translated and it was kind of like a cult secret like Mother 3 is. Yeah. And you play it in Japanese and you don't quite understand what's happening. You will see. There are some convoluted things in Moon, but I've figured them out and we will talk about them. I am very excited about it. I was playing it last weekend and we were on Discord in a call and I had it up streaming. Steven wasn't there, he was doing something else. And Thomas was watching and he was like, this is great. He's like, what is going on? And it came before Tulip, so it's not like the stories aren't related, but you will definitely see elements you're like, oh, this is where that came from.
You can't rush art.
Ooh, a nail art one. That was 500 bits from Kit Khalid, who says, just here for a moment, but Happy New Year. Thank you. You got an olive nail art. And you also resubbed at 9 months. Thank you for both. Thomas says, Moon is dope. Thomas, you need to finish Moon. Thomas says, Mel, it's hard. I told you I'd give you what I wrote so you could test it for me. Quick, play it this weekend, and then go through my guide for me, even though I just did it myself. Alright. Send me the guide. Remind me when I'm done. And I will. You want the booklet version and struggle to print it? Which side goes on which, and how do you flip the paper to make it print right side up to make a booklet? Okay, this thumb is not dry, but that was the last one, sure. Remind me. I'm not requiring you to do anything. Alright, this is Scattered Hollow Taco. So this is just like a little fun, pretty glitter on top to make it more exciting. And that's what I need. So that's what I'm doing. So you can kind of see the little specks. I don't know if you guys noticed, but during Mario Kart today, every time there was a moon on screen, I was like, oh look, a moon. It was my joke. See, it's kind of space. Let me grab my phone and then promptly drop it on the floor. Crescelium says I was suspecting either Okage or Moon. Okage is going to be slightly more of a pain. Does this work? You can kind of see a little bit more. You're getting a reflection from the studio lights too. Maybe a little bit. It's hard to see. There's thumb. Can't twist my hand very well. You can see more of the rainbow in the unfocused nail. Yeah, it's doing the bokeh effect. It's a little bit back here. Too much. I should paint a tiny moon on one nail. That's not a terrible idea, but that's also a lot. Oh, something wasn't fully dry on that nail. Oops. And I floated that one. Alright. Trying to go a little too fast, I think. Let's fix that. Do a stamp of a moon? I don't think I have one. I don't have all the stamps. Haley has a ton and I borrow them from her, but I didn't plan ahead for this. Oh no, I touched my thumb to something. It's fine. The glitter will hide enough of it. There's a little bit of black from something that was wet that got on this. That's better. Just put it on my hand. It'll wipe off when I shower next or wash my hands. Alright, so there's that. And when that dries, we gotta put clear on. I'm glad you're free from work, Kaze Ninja. Chryselium says, I too hide my problems behind glitter. See, I was one of the very rare art teachers who liked glitter, but you can really only trust certain students with it. And they really had to have a good reason for using it to be allowed to use it. That was one of the things I enjoyed about my last year teaching, is I taught the higher level art my last year teaching. Brandon says, I was not the trustworthy student. What? You? Out of everyone? Renee says, I'm not sure I would trust my own daughter with glitter. Can I show the base coat bottle? Yes, this is the base coat I use. And I have Holo Taco base coats, but this one I've really liked and my nails feel very strong when I use it, so I just stick with it. But I have the smoothing Holo Taco one and the peel off one. I should get the long lasting one, but I don't have that. You're welcome, Burpee. Anyway, when I taught upper level art, one of the things I was trying to really teach my students was they had to have a reason for things, because I think that's really important in art. So that was one of the things we did, is we really focused on having intention with your art. So I would make them explain to me why they were doing things for basically everything, which I'm sure they got sick of me asking all the time, but they also learned like the art student trick of like lying. But that's what's important, is trying to like explain it and come up with reasons. And if you're really into it, then you actually have good reasons. So yeah, it's all about intention. So if I had a student come up to me and they were like, listen, I want to do this artwork and I have this idea, this is what I want to do, and I think it needs glitter. And I'd be like, why does it need glitter? And they'd be like, okay. And then they'd try to explain to me why they should be allowed to use glitter. I mean, that worked for every supply I had. Like, why do you need colored pencils? Why can't you do this with paint? Or in reverse. Or like, we thought about doing watercolor. Masala Chai says, is art student lying similar to English student lying? Yes, very similar. You gotta defend yourself in science too. Like, it works for everything. You gotta just defend your thesis, and you gotta do that in writing all the time. It works. Listen, we're just doing like cross subject matter lessons here. Snowfox says, sometimes I don't want to is a valid reason, but it's good to think about why it's a good reason. Yes. Renee says, and then there's me. Maddie's like, Mom, I need this thing for art. Okay. But I think Renee, at this point, she has demonstrated what she should be allowed to do and that she has a reason for it. Renee says, guess who has 2 thumbs and a giant pushover? We have a 9-month resub from SomberMake91. Thank you. No, this is Mala's reviewer number 2. I mean, I'll read your papers, Noah. I don't always understand them. So I already messed up my thumbnail, but it's hidden quite well. So this thumb, can I rotate it? See, in the highlight there, you can see there's like a divot. The highlight on this side, that's where I messed it up. But you can't tell, and especially after I get some clear coats on top. Kidvenicus says, have you ever had any interest in creative writing? So I wrote poetry in middle school. I'm sure it was terrible. I don't have any of it. And I always thought it'd be fun to be a fiction writer, but because I read a ton as a kid. And I still read a ton. But I don't know, I never felt like I expressed descriptive things well in text. So I just didn't get into it. I also had a 9th grade English teacher who was very critical of my writing. And I don't know, writing just was a lot. I did learn the formula for writing good essays, and I got very good at that. Kidvenicus says, English teachers can make or break the spirit. True, same with art. I know a lot of people who've spoken out and said they had not great art teachers. But I still enjoy reading. I do that quite a bit. No, watch, I don't think I can do it. What was my favorite read of 2023? God, what did I read this year? Totally blanking. The only thing I can think of right now is there's a book coming out in February I'm interested in because I really like the writer, and I believe the book is called The Warm Hands of Ghosts. It's by Catherine Arden. So I'm really excited about that. I need to pre-order it. I haven't done that yet. Sorry, I'm scrolling up to read this. Good morning, Fossix. Oh, Renee, I'm sorry. Renee's art teacher told her never to take another art class again. Fossix says, it's 7:30 p.m. I know. It wasn't 7:30 p.m. for you a few days ago. Cat presents reading Lagoon. What did she write that I liked? I don't remember. Now I need to look because it's going to bother me. Ursula. Earthsea. Yeah, that's the major thing. See, the thing that she wrote that I was really in love with is she wrote a series on, I say series, it was like 2 or 3 books. There was a children's series that I found in elementary school that I really liked. Called Catwings. Yep, Thomas knows it. I read Catwings in 3rd grade, 4th grade, and I loved it. That's what she did, and that's what I remember most is Catwings. We have a 4-month resub from Blaze, thank you. Snowfox says, I know of 2 books, there were more. I can't remember. I know there are 2, there might be more. Thomas, that's your favorite author? I did not know that. I know we've talked about her, but I don't remember hearing that was your favorite. We have a 10-month resub from Dragon Girl, thank you. All right, how dry is this? Catwings and Catwings Return. Okay, so it is only 2. Wizard of Earthsea is a near perfect book. All right, we can do 1. I'm gonna do 2 glossy tacos because I think they look better once you start getting to 2 and 3 instead of just 1. So we are gonna start with that. Oh, my laundry's done. I have one more load of laundry to do. And the last thing I have to do is air dry, so it doesn't even have to go in the dryer. And it's something that gets washed by itself, which I hate doing from a water standpoint, but after, it's brand new, so it needs to, after this it can get washed with other stuff. I thought it was mine. I'm almost out of glossy taco. I mean, there's like still half a bottle here, but like when I stick the brush in, only the edge goes in. Thomas, I've never read The Little Prince. If I had taken 2 more years of French, that was like one of the big things they did in French 5, but I switched to Japanese. Trying to see if I floated this cuticle or I just touched the skin. Nope. Thomas says it's apparently even better in French. Like, I was looking forward to it, but I really wanted to take Japanese. Snowfox says, I looked it up. Catwings is a 4-book series. Ah. Lately, I've been rereading Animorphs because that was something I really enjoyed. There's some trauma there, like with other kids in school and like being made fun of for it. But it was something I really enjoyed, and rereading it as an adult has been very interesting. It's like, oh, that's where I get that trait of mine from. That tracks. Yoshi Stack says, series of unfortunate events was what got me into reading as a kid. Carly got me into reading that, and I enjoyed that. I liked the Netflix adaptation of it. Did I get... I feel like I missed... No, I didn't. Anyway, so I'm rereading Animorphs, and I'm at... Where am I? I'm in the 40s. 52 is the last book. And I am reading, like, the sub-things, like the other ones, like the not mainline stuff, too. I never read Percy Jackson. I read, what's that called? Artemis Fowl I liked when I was a kid. Mysterious Benedict Society. That's ringing a bell, Thomas, but it's not a loud enough bell that I can remember. Nobody I knew read Artemis Fowl, Masala Chai says. I liked it. I remember really liking it. All right, I'm gonna do another glossy taco and then I think like another clear and then I'm probably set. But we have nice hollow taco coverage on these. What else did I read as a kid a lot? Steven says this lens is a huge improvement. Look, Steven. Look at that nail. He's so excited about this camera lens. He was like, maybe you could do your nails like on New Year's Eve in the morning so you can do New Year's nails and we can have the lens. And I was like, no. I'm taking Chaz to the grocery store. He says, like, you gotta be close up to appreciate them, you know? Look at that. Look at that. I'm glad he's excited. It does make a big difference for nails. He said, you had been taking photos and posting them at the end of stream, and that's fine, but live is better. It does look nice. Steven, when are you getting your nails painted? Slick Duke says. Steven, you want me to paint one of your nails? Just one? No. See, I think he would... I think the weight of it, like if you get your nails done and you're not normally having them painted, it's heavy. You just don't realize it until you haven't worn them. Kid Venicus gifted a sub to Chaz. Thank you. I'm really looking forward to Coliseum so that John and I can paint our nails again. Vagabond says, we can clean it off right after if you want. I'll put a peel-off base coat on and you just pop it right off. It just peels right off like a sticker. Sounds like a waste of everyone's time. I need to remind myself to suggest that John and I have a nail painting segment. Be great. So great. Steven, think of the entertainment. I'll do whatever color you want. Thomas says, paint one nail, and when you get asked about it, say it's painted to remind you of the man you killed for asking personal questions when people ask you. Is this Chaz approved? See, we needed to get Chaz a sign that says the Chaz sign so he can just tap that. All right, let's see. Are we dry yet? Is this the Overture of 1812? No, this is Eine kleine Nachtmusik. Yeah. Oh yeah, I have a marker. So this is our second layer, and I don't think it really needs it, but it has more of like this candy shell covering, I feel like, when you get to like 2 and 3 clear coats. And I think that is nice. I like that a lot. The super glossy taco I really liked, but they discontinued it. And I do have one bottle of it, but I prefer to use it when I'm doing the really big glitter nails, which I thought about doing because I really want to do Rainbow Snow, which has a lot of bigger glitter, so it has a lot of texture to fill in, and that works a lot better on those. And regular glossy taco works, I think, better when it's smoother like this. Floated my cuticle here too. I think? No, I just didn't get to the end. No, can't do my thumb. I just can't twist my hand. Aquabrandy, I saw you said something important that I want to know about, but I can't look up right now. Okay. Anyway, toluene ones dry to look like glass, regular ones dry to look like plastic. Oh, that's why I like it. In a few months, when I finish this and I finish the super glossy taco and I'm like, shoot, I need to find a dupe, that's what I'm going to be looking for. Caddy Stock says I did Skittle manicure for New Year's Eve and I used Rainbow Snow then. Very sparkly. That's what I wanted to do if I had done a New Year's Eve stream. But, I didn't. And Parthia got the Disco Dust Taco. Ooh, I was looking at that one. I thought about putting reflective on the black today, but rainbow. That's why we did scattered. I just touched my pinky nail to the bottle. Did I mess it up? No. I did it again. Move away. I think I could also stand to thin this a little bit. I feel like it's getting a little chunky and stringy. Okay. That looks way better. Aqua Brandy, did you recommend a specific one? I missed it, sorry. But I also can't write it down right now, so, and I also won't remember. So message me, please. Yeah, that turned out nice. I think a few of them, namely this thumb, because of the... Okay, thank you, appreciate it. Because then when I see it later, I can just copy it to my notes. I think this thumb could use another layer, because I think I put it on not quite smooth, and maybe this pinky. I can see some ridges of where I painted and where I didn't paint. This is very good nail polish music. It's a very long song. It's still going on. I like how it says by Mozart, Mozart. We have an 8-month resub from Paint Chipper. Thank you. All right, while we're waiting for this to dry, let's talk about a few things. Actually, let's start by running this. Thank you to all my Patreon supporters on patreon.com. If you are interested in supporting me or Steven, because Renee has the link for you, you can check that out and the perks that come with that. One of which is Discord, which is the $10 Patreon tier level. And it's the same Discord whether you're supporting Steven or myself. We got a lot of cool people there. Also, the fruit punch painting, the one that we did like collectively where we talked about what we were going to put on that, is up for auction right now. So you can bid on the actual canvas and I will mail it to you if you win. That's the eBay link that Vagabond has posted, or you can get some merch on my Redbubble shop. The photo turned out really good of it for the Redbubble. And there's some cool close-ups on the eBay listing if you want to check those out as well. Rip Big Kiwi. Big Kiwi is gone. You just have to think about it, it's like behind everything else. How's Redbubble shipping to Canada? I think that they have a shop in Canada, so you don't pay international? I don't know for sure. You would have to check. I know people in Canada buy stuff. Steven says, do you want me to bring the actual canvas down? Yes, please. I can't touch it. You will have to. Jade's here. Jade says shipping to Canada is great. Many have arrived safe and sound. Oh, we have a 10-month resub from Brandon. Thank you, Brandon. Did you have a good ride? Did you go? When Parthia says, can confirm, shipping up here is great. Good. You did good. Now's my chance. I know. Pull this out. He has my canvas though. That could be dangerous. Trap him. Yoshi Stack says, I'm not Canadian, but I got a mouse pad with one of the Mario RPG prints on it a month or two ago and it's great. Good. Brandon, you went 6 miles? Thank you, Getsooks. Look, there's a new camera lens. You can see a nice close-up of them. Should I do wide?
You can. This is well.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Here, I can hold it this way.
Okay.
Don't set it on the cardboard.
Sure, I'm holding it.
Thank you. So this is the Fruit Punch painting. This is up for auction on eBay right now. And if you're interested in the merch also, that is on Redbubble.
It's true. The auction is live.
It is live. I made it live right before this stream went up live.
If you want it, you can get it. There's also a merchandise. Mal has not painted an 18 by 24 in a very long time, so this is a very special thing. It's also the very first time where you can watch the entirety because all the streams are online.
Oh, did you put the last VOD up?
I will in like 15 minutes.
Okay.
I'm uploading Mario Kart.
Rupert asked about it. Can we get the final VOD?
Yeah, I will put the final VOD up like soon. Like in 20 minutes, and I'll include the eBay link in the description too. So, anyway, oh, Pickletron asked, "Will there be a time lapse on MalMakes?" Yes, because I edited one.
Thank you.
Yeah, I will need you to finish that tonight.
Okay.
Like, I cut the time-lapse part. Like, the time-lapse part is done.
Okay.
I just need you to, like, I don't know, put it into Final Cut and do some at the beginning and end.
Okay.
It should be very easy. I did all the really hard work.
Okay.
And I did it very fast because I'm incredible.
You are a faster editor.
I'm incredibly good at what I do. Okay.
Thank you. You want nail?
No.
Okay, thank you. You put that back?
Yes. It is a long walk to put it back on the easel.
I know. The easel is like the furthest away it could be in the house. Vagabond says it can be a toenail.
Nope.
Gadzooks wants to know if you're having a good rear.
Always.
He says always. Alright, thanks everyone for being here. Let's see, what's coming up? Tomorrow Steven's doing Starfield over on his channel. Thursday will be breakfast stream with a guest, not me. I will be in Wisconsin. I had a family member pass, so I'm going home for a funeral. Disc Only is in an hour. So if you wanted to check out Disc Only on John's channel, that's in an hour. Yeah, I don't know who's going to be a guest, but someone will be or Steven will be there. So there will be a breakfast stream regardless on Thursday. There will be some game on Friday. We had a slight talk about it, but I don't know if there was a decision made or not. And I'll be back Saturday for next week streams. Thank you guys. It was one of my uncles who passed and there was no one like him, so it'll be a hard weekend, but it'll be fine. It'll be good to see everyone. So I'm gonna get going because I have some things to do, including switching my washing machine over and packing. So hope everyone has a good night. Check out Disc Only, otherwise Starfield tomorrow, breakfast stream Thursday, and Steven's doing something on Friday. So have a good night. Thanks everyone for being here, and I will see you next week. Sorry, the screen that I can see OBS on is like super dim. All right, there we go. Bye, everyone.